Hey coaches, so I wanted to speak to you about lats. Lats. That's right. So I want to speak to you about lats in particular, how a lot of people are not using them for lower body strength. Now it's a given. It's a given that lats are integral for the strength and health of our upper body. I mean, think about it. If the wall is not strong, then the shelves are always going to be weak. That's right. Wall, shelf. So another way to think about it is, let's say in training terminology, straight arm work. My ability to stabilize the shoulders here, back here, with locked out elbows. Basically my ability to control things from my shoulder blades in straight arm position. The wall is jacked, which makes things like pushing and pulling, the shelf stuff, the bent arm strength work, a lot more sustainable, manageable, and borderline better quality. I said it, better quality. Now, let's put this into lower body. A lot of people don't tend to use their lats in particular to organize the upper body. And by not doing that, they're leaving things on the table for lower body, right? So let's break it down. So lats, arms come down, extend, internally rotate. Like the normal anatomical, fucking jargon or whatever kind of thing. Another way of saying hey, can you fucking switch it on and create tension in the back in a way that it can protect the lower back, right? So let's say lats, again, possibly the biggest slab of muscle on your back. It attaches to your thoracolumbar, which is like all this juicy lower back region essentially. Now my ability to, let's say the cue breaking the bar, my ability to create tension allows me to protect the lower back, which means if I have my bracing right, my hinging right, my lower body's going to do better quality work. Now, a lot of people for lower body strength will traditionally do squat, deadlift, or a variation thereof. Now, when they do this, a lot of them tend to actually, rather than grow their legs, tend to grow their cucumbers on their spine. That's right, I said it, cucumber, being erectors, right? And obviously a lot of people have issues and that sort of thing. Don't want to generalize, but you get the idea. Now, if we can teach people how to use their lats in particular, it's going to be beneficial, not just for upper body, but lower body too. And that's why I want to quickly share a couple of the things that we do here that helps our tribe to better understand, what to do, how to do it, and how to transfer it to different modalities and so on. So the first thing that we do is something called bar lats, right? Again, we have stall bars, but if you don't have stall bars, get an Olympic bar, set up in a low bar. The setup is super easy. Right? It needs to be below the shoulders, not above, right? The reason being, if the hands are above the shoulders, I'm already, elevating the shoulders. I need to be able to have my shoulders to press down, and we name this the eye of the elbow. What we're going to be looking to do is externally rotate and then boom, to press the shoulders as hard as possible. So this is what it looks like. You come to the bar, hands below the shoulders, I'm going to externally rotate and boom, push down. Now, we normally do this for about 30 seconds, and it's an isometric. The intent here isn't to go as hard as possible straight after 1 second, but it's to, for the duration of 30 seconds, can people understand how to create more tension? What can they give? So their ability to understand how to produce force. This is why the isometric is the easiest way to teach people, right? From there, once they kind of have that idea, the concept in their head, they start to feel what they need to feel, we bring them to the band, a little more dynamic. Principles are the same, right? Hands below the shoulders, you know why. Now with this, we tend to see people will either go like this, high back kimber, right? Tuck it under, nice and tall. From here, we're going to come down in one movement, pause for a second, control on our way up, still below the shoulders, down. Down, hold, control. Now, it's really important to understand that when they come up, it's not a boom, reaching up. So they still have to learn and feel and understand and need to keep this shit organized even though their arms are moving up. From the back, this is what it looks like. Okay, nice and tall, no kick butts, Hold, control our way up. So this is just a nice way to feel and work and understand what is it they need to do. Now, we have things like the hang, right? So that hanging active passive, the arch hang, or the scalpel, which are all different. And there is a little bit of a difference in all these patterns. So these names are thrown loosely and they kind of mimic the same thing. So just a little bit of quick insight, let's say active hang is pretty straightforward. Right, so if I'm passive, which would be in between the shoulders, I'm going to go active with press the shoulders. Okay, from here, arching would be, I'm looking to keep everything below the rib cage relaxed. My glutes, my abs, my quads, everything. However, I'm going to retract my shoulders, and then I'm going to look to put them into that pocket. So I have this sort of an arch hand. Scap pull would be basically turn everything on, okay? Use my glutes in particular, my hamstrings in particular, to then, same thing. Squeeze, glutes, pulls, slow control, down. Now obviously we use all this stuff, right, to teach people what to use, how to use it, what it feels like and so on. But the real goal is being able to transfer these things to lower body. So think deadlift, right? Hey, can we already set up the bar? Boom. Bar lats. People get better context, people understand it better, right? Let's say squat. The normal cue is what? Chest up. But look what happens. Arches the back, I can't really switch the lats on. Now again, people talk about squeezing the bar, right? So they go squeeze the shoulders, keep the back tight. Now think about it, yes, the lats bring the boom down, but it's actually, can you create the shelf? However, can I keep the rib cage down? Because that way now, I'm going to be able to brace properly and so on. So again, it's easy to teach and cue if we have these terminologies laid down straight off the bat, and actually people understand it and have the opportunity to work these things. You know, a lot of people obviously use squat or deadlift or a variation thereof to get stronger in the lower body. Split squats, anything, you name it. You know, all that work is obviously downstairs. However, if people don't understand how to organize themselves upstairs, it's redundant. So there are a few things that might help you. If you want to ask any questions, just reach out. I'll answer to my best ability. Otherwise, hopefully that helps. Ciao!